So hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 13 of our FC24 Player Career Mode here on the channel. Now if you didn't watch the last episode, go back and watch that because we actually had an unbeaten episode. We drew with Notts County, we beat Grimsby and we drew with Walsall, and due to some technical difficulties we did actually play a game offline where we beat Crewe Alexander 2-0, which was meant to be the first game of this episode, but it doesn't really matter, it wasn't that entertaining anyway. So we've got some different ones instead. We've got Tranmere away, and then we go to MK Dons, and then we go to Wimbledon. So we've got 3 away games on the trot. If we just have a little look at the league table before we get into it, we are very much in the promotion push now. 43 points. We are just 2 points off the playoffs. We could possibly finish this episode inside the playoffs, and that would be an absolutely huge achievement after the difficult start to the season we had. Just to bring you up to date on the player agent stuff, we haven't, I don't believe, got anybody else. We saw Aberdeen were the next club interested in us, so that's a possibility if we want to go to Scotland. We've also got Poland, Germany and Turkey as well, so we've got a lot of teams that are possibly looking at taking us. We could even stop with Doncaster Rovers as well, but we're going to advance now because Tranmere is going to be a very, very tough game away from home. But with the form that we're in, you wouldn't back against us. Ironside and Miller are firing on all cylinders, and I'm hoping we can start this episode off with a win.
A game of colossal importance and a stadium packed to the rafters. We can't ask for any more. How could it be otherwise when 2 high-level sides go head-to-head and toe-to-toe?
High-level side. We weren't getting talked about like that at the start. We're going to go for the 30% tackle success rate here to kick off with. But yeah, away at Tranmere, win this, we could be in the playoffs. Ironside and Miller have been on absolute fire in the up front for us, Tommy Rowe as well, doing very well. We've just looked a very, very decent League 2 side in the latter stages of this season. I'm hoping we can keep it up today, as the first thing we do is lose the ball, but we do get a free kick. 2 minutes gone, 0-0. Maxwell goes into us, middle of the pitch. We can see a pass in to Miller. Miller turns straight away, tries to knock it down the right hand side for Sterry. Sterry into the box, takes a couple of touches. It's hoisted away by the Tranmere defender. It just comes to close, and then Wood will clear. I'm hoping Anderson's going to get a nod on this, which he certainly does. Then we lose the ball to McClear, and Dennis can bring it away down our right hand side into Hughes. Hughes goes back to Wood. They didn't really maximise that counter-attack there, Tranmere. Early stages, sparring as Hendrick goes into Dennis. Dennis, edge of our box. We're just having to marshal here a little bit. McClear down our left-hand side. We will go back towards Dennis. We stick a leg out. Anderson does well to block it. Then Wood does bottomly back in goal. Makes a good save to his left-hand side, and it will be the first Tranmere corner of the game. We've got the number 5 in the middle as it's whipped in towards the near post, and Ironside does well. We will try and get that as well. We don't quite get there. Hawks crosses in, and at the back stick, it's a free header for Hughes, and he is going to regret not making the most of that. He has got to score. It's a tight angle, but he's got to hit the target. Close for Tranmere. Doncaster, we're coming forward here. Ironside goes into us. We're looking to the right-hand side. We can see Sterry. That is a ball that we do like to play. We do offer an option, but he goes straight into Davis. We lose possession again. Not managing to sustain attacks early in this game, as they now come down our right-hand side with Hughes. Hughes up against the Luwu. We've got the man on the edge of the box as well. It goes back to Wood, then back to Hendred. There's defending to be done here as it's to McClear on the edge of the box. We go and try and stand him up. He manages to shrug us off a little bit, then plays it into Anderson, and we will give it away to O'Connor. That is a shocking ball. I was already planning on my next move. It's back into Hendry. Hendry strikes. We're not really getting into this game so far. McClear now edge of the box. We do win that tackle, and Close will go into us, and we're just trying to steady it away. It's back into Sterry. But yeah, difficult start to this game. Ironside goes into us. We're looking for options. We can see Sterry's out right-hand side again. We'll just play that into Close. Now back into Miller. Miller might choose to come back into us. Ironside does. We take a couple of touches. Oh, we tried to play it into Tommy Rowe, but giving the ball away again. And we're starting to get a little bit frustrated in this midfield because we're not dominating possession and not dominating the game how we used to do, well, we have been doing in the middle of the park. But still 0-0. Plenty of time in it. Down the left-hand side, we're going to Ironside. There's a ball back out to us. There's opportunities here as we're going to go down the left-hand side. We've got the Tranmere defender on us. We go back in to Joe Ironside, who then just about holds on to it. We're still on the edge of the box. Give it into Tommy Rowe. Tommy Rowe takes a touch. We are still behind him, but Miller now edge of the box into Sterry. We're just sat now back on the edge. Is it going to fall to Tommy Rowe? He does very, very well into George Miller. And George Miller hits the post. And that could have quite easily been 1-0 to Doncaster. As it falls to us, Tommy Rowe goes into Miller. And now it's all us. We see a pass to Sterry. Into Rowe, possibly. No, we're once again just sitting on the edge of the box looking for a pass. But Tranmere will look to clear. And that's a lovely touch from Hawkins. Still 0-0. There we go then. End of the first half. Difficult game. It's been a bit more scrappy than we possibly would have liked. George Miller with definitely the best opportunity of the half. But as we trot off at half-time, it's a 6.8 for us. Not the best. We've got the tackle success rating. And we are dominating possession. But we just don't feel too much in control. But early stages, first game of the episode. Let's see what we can do in the second half. Miller goes into us. Clever little free kick. We go back into Tommy Rowe. Goes back into Anderson. Anderson goes to the left. Rowe now takes a lovely touch. He then plays it into us. We take a little turn in to Miller. There's an opportunity for Close to move forward, who strikes it well, and we've hit the post again. Doncaster, we have probed. We have had the better chances, it must be said. We've hit the post twice, but at this moment, the goal will just not come. As it comes back into us again, we look for an option around that side. Miller is in that little channel, inside right position, into Close. He goes across to Maxwell. He goes towards the edge of the box. We head it, and oh my word, we have scored a header from the edge of the box. Have a bit of that. If any, wow, that, I mean, it comes back to us on the edge of the box. We've just got to get something on it, and boy, did we. Let's have a little look at this. He crosses it, and it's a little dink. We get up, we rise well, and keeper can't quite get there. Top corner. Ed West gets the goal, and it is Tranmere Rovers 0, Doncaster 1. I mean, header from the edge of the box? We'll have that. Close, lovely back heel into us. We can see Miller. It's a nice ball into him. Now Ironside. Ironside back into Miller. It's a lovely touch onto his left foot. I thought he was going to strike it, but he plays in Ironside. Murphy makes a fantastic save, but I thought Miller were going to hit that, but we will have a corner. And it's going to be whipped in, left-footed. It's crossed in well. Ironside's underneath that, and to be fair, it nearly dropped very, very kindly for Doncaster as Maxwell comes across to this side. And Miller, that's awkward. We lose possession to Wood. We're a little bit in front of us. We just couldn't quite get there as we're now sprinting back. It might not look like we're sprinting, but we really are. It's into Hendry. Now O'Connor, more defending to do. Remember, it's still only one goal here. Tranmere will be looking to get an equaliser. Edge of our box into Hawks. Hawks can strike it. Anderson gets the block in, and it'll be a corner out to Tranmere. More defending to be done. It's whipped into the box, and it's headed well. Bottomley gets a good head on it. It's still in there, and Bottomley finally does claim it, but 10 minutes to go. Is that a sign that Tranmere is starting to throw the kitchen sink at this a little bit? He keeps on playing these silly little dink passes into us, this goalkeeper. I'm not sure why he's doing it, because we're certainly not asking for it as we ping one to the left. But 9 minutes to go. Can we hold on? Hawks down our left-hand side. Goes back into Barney. It's headed away well. Ironside might pick that up. We might pick that up. We do. We then go into Ironside. And is this an opportunity? Miller goes in. Look at the space. We're in here. Close. We tried to... Oh, I've tried to get it through to Ironside. I didn't have the pace, the stamina, the talent to get through on goal there as O'Connor will come forward for possibly one last time. For Tranmere, it's into Hendry. Now Saunders, still on the halfway line, into Merry. Takes a touch onto his left foot. Now Saunders once again, in to Hendry. There's more defending to be done here. Aluwu is marking. We're over the allotted injury time as Aluwu gets the block in. He's going to go out for a throw-in, but it's going to go out, and full-time, it's Tranmere 0, Doncaster Rovers 1, and we have done particularly well there to get that win, and I've got to say I'm very, very happy about that, because we had a difficult first half, it must be said, difficult first half, but we did manage to come back into it. We played some night, and of course, we got the goal, which was the big thing. We got 33 passes completed, and 8.6. So we can have a skill point. We'll have a look at his pass completion. But yeah, skill point allocation. Because we've got an 8.5, we are going to, of course, allocate a skill point. So we're going to go for the short passing and vision. That's going to take us up towards 76 on the short passing. And what we've also got is we've got another personality upgrade as well. So we could have a third slot. So we've got ping pass and interceptions already. Went for the long ball pass. We do tend to switch play quite a lot. So I felt that'd be a good little personality trait for us to have. Did that get us into the playoffs? It didn't. We're just outside, still 2 points off the playoffs. And now we go to MK Dons. And MK Dons, where are they in the league? They are 17th. So, again, we can be winning once again. Let's have a little look. Starting lineup. Broadbent's back in for Tommy Rowe. He's changed it around a little bit, to be fair, but Ironside and Miller stay up front. So 2 wins out of 2. Can we do it? So as Broadbent trots off, we are going to go for regaining possession of the ball. We're going to enhance that to 4. But yeah, we're full of confidence at this moment in time. We've got improved stats now, a new personality trait. I'm wondering, are MK Dons going to suffer here at their home ground, which, to be fair, is not normally this full, and that's not being derogatory to MK Dons. It's just fact. Trying out that new long ball personality trait early doors. It's a good header from Sterry back in towards Miller, who plays it back out to Sterry. It's back in towards Ben Close. There's an option with Ironside. I actually thought Ben Close could possibly set us up here. Broadbent could. We took a little bit too long, and then we get hacked down. Is that Lewington that's just took us out? I think it might be. Dean Lewington. He's been there a long old time at MK Dons, and to be fair, are we going to be taking the set piece? We're not. It's going to be Close who steps over it. And it's an opportunity to get a first strike on target here for Ben Close. I'd be surprised if he doesn't strike. He does. And he got a conversion more than a shot on target. 7 minutes gone, still 0-0, but Lewington on for nice straight away. Close. Oh, he doesn't quite go back into us. We do lose possession. It's into Gilby. We try to close him down. It's into Mo Isa. And now MK Dons coming forward with Jack Payne down our right-hand side. He turns back inside in towards Williams. We can see Isa. He's got an option to his left-hand side, which is Payne. Back to Harrison. Harrison back to Williams. MK Dons playing it around the edge of our box here. Payne goes back into Harrison. I thought he may have been offside, but Anderson does very, very well. And it's a corner to MK Dons, which we will look to defend. We're on the edge of the 6-yard box fighting with their number 9. It's headed from Isa, and it's over the top of the bar. But a decent effort from the MK Dons striker. Sterry into Close. Back to us. Oh, we could have gone with Sterry then. We are going to try the little 1-2. Or to be fair, Sterry didn't actually need us. He's gone down the right-hand side. He's got Close behind him, should he choose to use him. Miller's there as well. George Miller goes to the edge of the box, and Broadbent. We're going to ask for it because there's an opportunity for a strike on goal here. It's blocked well, and Lewington will play to where I saw the glory there. And we won that bite well. Back into Sterry. Tries to go back into us. We didn't ask for that one. 6.8 rating, but still 0-0. Sterry goes into us. We're going to ping one to the left-hand side, and Maxwell. Maxwell back into Broadbent. Tries a through ball. We do manage to get onto it, and then play into Miller. Now Ironside. It was a dodgy ball, to be fair, to try and get on the end of. We managed to make the best of it, but now MK Dons will come forward with Gilby. We've got Mo Isa to watch, along with a couple of others, one of which is Payne, edge of the box. We stick a foot in, don't quite get there. Gilby into Isa. Defending to be done again. We're going to mark this guy on the edge of the box here, Gilby. But Mo Isa not letting go of the ball at the moment. It's into Norman. Back into Isa. And Aluwu does very, very well. And then Ironside gives it away into Payne. Now Harrison, and Long does very well indeed, and we will come away with it. MK Dons down our left-hand side again. They are putting some pressure on the home side here. Gilby. There's a chance here for Maxwell to play into us. We're just going to wallop. Oh, that's a terrible clearance, but Close does very well. I just wanted to get that away, but MK Dons will recover possession and come again. And towards the end of this first half, it is all MK Dons as Harrison goes back into Williams, back into Harrison again. Williams into Gilby. A combination of us and Aluwu managed to get the block in, but we've given a free kick away. Now, we know we had a good chance from a set piece early doors here. Will MK Dons have the same? They won't. It's wide. 44 minutes gone. Looks like it's going to be 0-0 at half-time. Early in the second half, Miller, edge of the box, goes into us. It's a little bit awkward. We do manage to somehow keep hold of possession as we play into Broadbent. Wasn't possibly the most planned as Maxwell goes back to us. We try a little ball into Close. Now Miller back into Ironside. Ironside strikes it, can't quite get through. Lewington's done well, to be fair to him, after that early yellow card. which he picked up for that rather dodgy tackle on us. He's done well to just maintain. He's not been involved in much, to be fair, because it's been mostly MK Dons attacking, but as they do again here, but we met the interception and then play it into close. 51 minutes gone. Miller into Sterry, down the right-hand side. He's got options here, one of which is close. We're on the edge of the box. Should it come back to us, which it has, Miller gives it to us. It's deflected. It's not deflected. I thought that got a deflection on it. We were appealing for a corner. No corner given. 66 minutes. It were a decent strike from us, to be fair. Just couldn't keep it down. And MK Dons will come away again. Payne goes out to Harvey on our right-hand side. Sterry as well. And then we will now break. Miller. There's an option to give it to us here. We're going to run forward with this. Into Ironside. Now Broadbent. We're just sat behind just in case he needs us, which he doesn't. Goes into Maxwell. Maxwell back into Broadbent. It's a lovely 1-2 from the guys on the left-hand side. We're on the edge of the box once again. Maxwell. Ironside. Into Broadbent. Strikes it left-footed. And that is going to be a corner. And it were a good save from their keeper. And it's a corner to Doncaster. Coming into this here. It's crossed in. We do tend to make that run from the back stick, just in case he gets the flick on, as Alu will go back into Stereo, goes back into us. There's a pass in to Ironside. We missed the first man out, and Miller. Ironside goes back into Miller once again. He strikes it. And is that going to squirm out for a corner? No, it isn't. 73 minutes, but Doncaster pushing for a winner. Stereo goes into Ironside, back into Miller. Now Broadbent. Back into Miller again. Ironside. We asked for it out here. We can see Stereo on the right-hand side. We will use him. And Stereo will bring it down nicely. Back into Close. Close makes a positive run down the right-hand side. It's tried to be a cross into the box. It's another corner for Doncaster Rovers as we make a substitution. But once again, are we going to be able to get on the end of this? It's whipped in, this time towards the near post. It's headed away well by Gilbert. We're going to come out to try and claim this, which we do. It's a lovely touch from us, to be fair. Back into Aluwu. We're in possession again. We can see Maxwell. Molyneux, sorry, who's just come onto the pitch, who can strike it. Bottom left-hand corner. Molyneux, that's got to be probably his first touch. And we get the assist. It's a 9.0 rating for us. And look at what it means to these Doncaster Rovers players and fans. Because at the moment, this team is unstoppable. He's giving it the Bellingham celebration, is Molyneux. But let's have a look. Comes into us. We played a simple pass. It was Lewington. Just got wrong-footed. Molyneux, fresh off the bench. Bottom left-hand corner. Keeper no chance. Milton Keynes Dons 0. Doncaster Rovers 1. This would be a big win. Last couple of moments. Sterry plays a crazy ball into the midfield. And Dennis tries to skip away from Anderson, who does incredibly well. We're just going to go back to Bottomley. And that, ladies and gentlemen, should be enough for hopefully our second 1-0 win of the episode, which it is. And once again, it's just a big result. I mean, it's a good performance from us. We'll be able to allocate another skill point as well. And I'll be intrigued to see the stats here, because we got the assist. That obviously boosted as well. But before that, we were regaining possession quite well. And to be fair, we were on like an 8.2 rating, something around that before the assist. But we got an 8.9 with 1 assist. We played 33 passes and we played 92 minutes. So it's another skill point for us before we go and play Wimbledon away next. So skill point wise, once again, we're going to go for standing tackle now, because we've been putting a fair bit on passing, but we are doing very well defensively. So it seemed like the right thing to do. That actually takes us up to 70 overall rating. Standings wise, we are now level on points with a couple of teams in the playoff. We're level on points with Gillingham and Salford. Wimbledon are 5th. Now, this could be a very, very tough game indeed. But we are once again in the starting lineup. Rose back into the side, as is Richard Wood. This looks possibly our strongest side. It's been big game after big game, hasn't it? We're going to go for 3 successful tackles, making that up to 4. But with what we've been doing lately defensively, we should be really getting that. And to be fair, we might come under a bit more pressure from Wimbledon. I expect them to be a tougher challenge than MK Dons. Wimbledon coming forward early. Al-Hamada in to Davison. Davison tries the ball over the top. Tilley. Got some defending to do here. Reeves down the left-hand side. He goes back into Byler. He's got 2 players in behind him, one of which is Tilley. We tried to pinch that off him. Now Byler down the left-hand side, right-hand side. He skips past us. And Davison possibly should do a little better there. Ali Al-Hamadi is the one that we're watching at the moment. But Bottomley, who secured the place as the #1 keeper, will be glad to see that go past the post. 6 minutes gone, a big chance for Wimbledon.
Nice ball over the top.
And I didn't even commentate on it. I was convinced our goalkeeper had got this. But let's just roll this back, because that is possibly some of the worst goalkeeping. Let's have a look. It's whipped in from the halfway line. It's crossed in. Keeper's there and just does nothing. And we've called Bottomley into question a couple of times earlier on in this season. I'm not convinced he's the best goalkeeper at the club. And that is the first goal we've conceded this episode. And really, it shouldn't have been a goal at all. It's Wimbledon 1, Doncaster 0. Lovely ball into us from Miller. We go into close. Who goes back into Ironside. Ironside tries to play out towards Sterry, who heads it back. And Davison once again pinching in when he possibly shouldn't have been able to. We go into Miller. That's a lovely short pass through. In to Ironside. Now close. Opportunity for Sterry to come forward. It's a clever back heel, but it wasn't read by Ben Close. And McLean will come forward. And if he takes another touch, I thought we might clear him out there. But we will return to our position as Wimbledon come forward now through Reeves into Davison. Already causing problems, but Al-Hamadi does pretty well. Anderson will give it into Bottomley, and we will build from the back. Sterry into Ironside. Back to Sterry. Once again, we're just loitering on the edge of the box just in case something comes to us. It's crossed in towards us. It's now going to come to us. We tried to take a touch and Al-Hamadi did very well. We did ask for that again then. And we can see a ball to the right-hand side because Sterry is still there. It's into Ironside. He may choose to go alone here. He may choose to pass it. He tries a clever little back heel. You can see the confidence slowing in this Doncaster side. But at the moment, it's still Wimbledon 1, Doncaster 0. Maxwell down the left-hand side, goes into Miller. He tries a little knock round the defender, and Callum Bailey does very, very well. Their keeper's going to have to launch this. It goes over us. Alou will try and edit, and Davison is there again. My word, sign this man up. He's causing us some right grief, the big centre-forward to Wimbledon. And now we've got defending to do. Down our left-hand side, Tilley. We stand him up. It's into Reeves, but we do win that back very, very well. And then play it into Miller, and we can now possibly break. It's Ironside into close, and then we lose it. Brilliant. Al-Hamadi goes into Reeves. Wimbledon coming forward. End of the half here. Just a minute towards half time. They strike it well. We do get a block on it. Tilley now on the edge of the box again. Into Little. Defending to do here for Doncaster. We don't want to be going in 2-0 down as Al-Hamadi skips past us. Strikes it off the bar. And Al-Hamadi will be disappointed not to double the lead, but that will be half-time, and it's going to be Wimbledon 1, Doncaster 0, and we need a big improvement in this second half. Davison again, knocked down to Tilley. It's a lovely ball through to Al-Hamadi, and I've got to say, this front two for Wimbledon look very, very dangerous, and let's just have a little look at this again, because it's Davison. It's the centre-forward for Wimbledon. It's a long knock-up pitch. We don't actually see it. He wins the header from Alulu. That opens the space up. Bottomley comes out. Doesn't quite spread himself enough. And Al-Hamadi spots the gap at the near post. Wimbledon 2, Doncaster 0. This could be a very difficult game to score 2 goals in.
But it will go ahead, Stuart.
Al-Hamadi, edge of our box, goes into Davison. Davison, the space opens up for him. Alulu manages to get the block eventually as Maxwell goes back into Wood. But wow, goes into us now. We'll play it to Maxwell. And who's going to have to come back again? They are pressing very well as well, Wimbledon. They look a very good outfit, do the Wimbledon side, as we play out to the right-hand side. And Sterry, even that's a little bit loose. Now into close, back into us. Now there's options for us to come forward. We can see a pass to the left-hand side, and Maxwell heads it back into the danger, and Al-Hamadi will come into Davison, and these two are just absolutely running the show. Sterry goes into Ironside, now back into Miller, and we try to play it into Ironside again, but we cannot get anything going in this game as Al-Hamadi plays it into Tilley. We can't get a foot, and it's into Davison again, who tries to turn, and finally we get a touch on it, but Al-Hamadi on the edge of the box. Alulu, Anderson, Jesus, it's been so scrappy. I feel as though in this game, I don't feel they've actually played that much better football than us. I feel we've been out-muscled and they're just a bigger, stronger, more powerful side. As Ironside goes into us, we play it into Sterry. We're going to carry us run on. We chose not to use us. But yeah, we just feel as though we've been a little bit out-muscled in this game. We're not as physical a side as Wimbledon are, especially Davison up front as they play it round us. McLean's in. We try and get the block in. They score at the near post. And is this a sign that maybe the playoffs are a little bit too much for us? Because Wimbledon have dismantled us here at their ground, and there's not much I can say about it. We try to get back. It's played inside us. You can see we're sprinting to get back. We chuck a sen at it. It's not enough. Goalkeeper, near post. Maybe we have to give benefit of doubt on this one, but he doesn't fill me with confidence. And it's Wimbledon 3, Doncaster 0. Game over. And that is all she wrote. What a disappointing end to the episode that is. I mean, individual performance-wise, we didn't have a nightmare. I felt we were all right, but I think there's got to be a lot of questions asked about our playoff credentials after that. We got a 7.8 rating, which wasn't bad. We did actually get a successful tackles target, so that wasn't too bad at all. But yeah, just didn't really feel that we got going there at all. If we just have a quick flick towards our performance overall, we did play 93 minutes. We did play 35 passes, to be fair. 86% pass accuracy. But yeah, very disappointing performance. But we'll get to the spreadsheet now and have a look, because our recent form's been good. And the form has been very good. If we have a look at the last few episodes, I mean, we've been really getting some good performances, some man of the match performances, some good average ratings, and as a team we've been winning a lot of games as well, so that just brought us back down to earth. We'll lick us wounds, of course we will. What does it mean for the league table? It means we do drop down to 9th place in the league. We're on 49 points, but so are the 3 teams above us, so we're still very much in this playoff fight, and we will continue this playoff fight next time round in the next episode. And we've got Colchester at home, then we've got Swindon at home before we go to Stockport away, so a couple of home games in the next episode, which is something that we didn't have at all in this episode. Just a quick look at the player agent. I wonder if anybody else is in for us. No, it is still the same 4 teams. So that is a decent place to leave it. I hope you've enjoyed that. Please do like and subscribe, and we will see you on the next episode to continue our playoff push.